There was no debate about nationalization per se, but there was a debate about developing policies of the ANC. One of the things that we actually highlighted was that you can use a policy debate as a lobbying tool. Can be. It must remain a policy debate. That we're looking into the nationalization of the mines and all those things. That's why we have a research team researching that item. We visited 7 countries. We're left with 6. We'll produce a report end of this year, which will be part of the discussions to the policy conference. You can't use it as a campaign tool that those for raise your hands, those against raise your hand. It can't be. It's a policy discussion. So we must sustain nationalization as a policy debate. That is the only directive that was given to us by the NEC. Don't use it as some mischievous tool of lobbying. Can be. And we must never be pushed to a situation where we fear talking in the debate, because if I have a different view, I may not be elected in 2012. It can't be. It cannot be. It's a policy debate. And actually, the issues raised in that debate by the Youth League, by the way, are actually pertinent. The ANC cannot run away from that. The fact that there is rich deposits of minerals in the country, but there is poverty, is an issue that must be worrying all of us. Must talk about those issues. The question of high unemployment, the question of growing inequality, all those issues, we must talk about them. So we must not have a situation of being allergic to the word nationalization to a point of closing eyes to the reality raised in that debate. We must deal with the issues raised in that debate. Deal with them. And the ANC must confront them. It can't run away from them. That is the value of that debate. And that debate is open in the ANC. We are discussing it. That's why I can tell you that our research has covered 7 countries. It's because they have come back to the reference group and said, we have touched 7 countries. This is how far we are. It's work in progress. Because we want that debate to be anchored in the content. How can the state benefit from these mineral deposits to the benefit of the people? That debate is a correct debate. So the ANC must not be frightened by saying, no, nationalization frightened investors. We must not talk about that. We must talk to the content of the debate, because it's a reality. We were given the task by the NGC to look into options of how various countries use the state to use the resources for the benefit of the people. Okay. Now, that's why we selected 13 case studies. I'm repeating this for those who have forgotten, which I think you are one of them. We look into the Botswana situation, which is an arrangement of the state and DPS on diamond mining. What lessons can we draw from that? Because the state there is the biggest beneficiary of its diamonds. The Namibia DPS arrangement, NAMDAB, the Zambian example of full nationalization, collapse thereof, coming back. What are the lessons we can draw from there? Brazil, with the world's biggest commodity company in the world that is doing so well, how is it benefiting the state? The Chilean approach, which is having a mixture of state ownership, private ownership of mining. Venezuelan example of nationalizing the oil fields. We're looking into the Nordic countries, which are not major mining countries now, but which were major companies earlier, which use Nokia. You see, if you see Nokia is a high-tech company today in Finland. But the origins of Nokia are from a commodity company that was actually a forest and mining company. What is it that they did right to use mining for industrialization? If you don't know mining is a depleting resource. If you open a mine today, it has a lifespan. It has the beginning and an end. What do you do when you mine to create secondary industries and develop the economy further? You can get good examples in the Nordic countries. That's why we chose them. Malaysia, China, Australia, which chose a different route of not ownership but taxation regime. Taxation regime. Once we have those case studies before the NEC, then to the structures of the ANC, that debate will have content. When we take a decision, we'll take a decision that says we think a combination of what they did in Botswana and what they did in Brazil will work for us. That is what we want to do, so that we don't take decision on the basis of emotions. That's it.